Hello everybody, long time no see, I know. So we're back on the second channel, guys. As you may know, if you watch our first channel, we have been up to our eyeballs in it the last couple of months, but we are getting back on our feet now, getting all sorted, and we are cracking on with the kit car. So the next 2 or 3 months, guys, we're going to have a lot more to show you on this channel. We've obviously got the kit car, which we've put the new engine in, which Tom Upton's done. Now we've got to do the plumbing, move a few things about, get some pipes made up, etc. Get the wiring loom done. All ready for, hopefully, the beginning of March, where we can book our first track day, at least go on a test and show you guys the difference, really. Hopefully that extra power, half a ton, weighs just under half a ton, so an extra sort of 30 horsepower, is it? Something like that, 35 horsepower. Got to make a difference, surely to God. And the E30 is nearly done. So all Mikey is doing now, I'm pretty sure, is he's sealing all underneath. Paul has been hard at it, getting all the old sealer off. He said the Germans can seal the underside of a car. I'll give him that. But he's got all that off now, so I reckon another week or two. He was hoping to get it back to us the end of January, but you know how things are, so we're not desperate for it, guys. We've still got John's Austin 7 on the ramp, which he's got to put the engine in anyway. But yeah, so I'm just cracking on with the kit car in between jobs. We're very, very busy in the workshop. If you haven't already, guys, head over to our main channel, Bareham Engines. I'll put a link down in the description below if you haven't been there before, but most of the guys that watch this channel. So I am just over at Pearson's Hydraulics, and we've got a few bits off the kit car, guys. So we have got the oil cooler. Now, the old engine, the old blade motor, didn't have an oil cooler. Not like this anyway. This is a proper oil cooler. So it's got 2 pipes. You've got a mixture of a solid and a flexi. You can see it's got a very sort of odd end that goes into the block, and that's on both ends with a little O-ring. But what we're doing, one side's going to be all right, but we need a 1 meter long flexi hose on the other side. So that's one of the reasons I'm here, to get that made up so we can mount this. Obviously, because the engine is mounted on the side, the oil cooler on this bike was designed to go in front of the engine. But what we want to do is put it behind the radiator on the chassis there. So that's why we need one side longer. So we're doing that. Secondly, obviously the old blade motor was cable operated clutch, whereas this is hydraulic. So Tom has very thankfully got a universal slave cylinder and mounted that to the engine. All works because he did lash up a sort of using the old brake lever off the bike, sorry, clutch lever off the bike. He sort of lashed up a pipe and made it work, and it does work. So now we've got the master cylinder, the new master cylinder in the pedal box as opposed to the clutch operated. He's done all that. So he's done all the hard work, guys. This is the bolt that goes into, or the banjo that goes, I don't know what you call these actually, but it's a bit like a bleed nipple sort of style like that. This is what goes into the master cylinder on the pedal. So we need one end like this on maybe a flexi pipe, about, I'd say probably about 15 inches long, something like that. And the other end needs to be a banjo like this. We can actually put a banjo on the pedal side, but we just need it flexi. So I'm just going to head in there, guys, and get them to make these pipes up. What the plan is, we've booked the car in to have the electrics done on the 19th of this month. So we've got a couple of weeks to fiddle about with this. So I want to get these pipes done. I want to get all the thing piped up, cleaned up and plumbed in, ready to go. Then it's going up to get the electrics done at Motor Tech. They're the ones that did the original loom on the car. And what they're going to do is they're going to hack up the original loom of the bike, use what we need to use, and get it all wired up, really. And that is it, wired into the car. And hopefully you're all away, guys. We're going to do our best to get the AccuSump fitted. So we need to find out where we're going to put that. Airbox is a bit of an issue. The original airbox on the bike, it sits on, but it sort of overhangs to the left quite a lot, and nothing worse than overhanging to the left. and sits quite high. So I think what we're going to end up doing is, I've been in touch with Kit Car Direct, and they do a universal airbox that goes on. It comes with an aluminium plate, so we're going to have to adapt that to sit onto the throttle bodies and go from there, really, guys. So yeah, got a lot on. Get in there, see if they can help us with these pipes, then I'll get back to the workshop, show you under the very messy sort of motor at the moment underneath the kit car, guys, and show you what we got going on. So great news, guys. Sorry if it's a bit windy. Hose and hydraulics can do the hoses we want, which is wonderful. And here is the kit car at the moment, guys. First of all, the engine looking a little bit grotty. Should have probably cleaned that before we put it in, but we can titivate that afterwards. I'm sure Isaac will get the wire brush out, etc., and make that look a little bit prettier. So if I just go on to what we've got first, so you can see these trumpets. Sorry, these are on back to front here. You can see the trumpets here. Obviously underneath those trumpets and what surrounds is the original airbox. The problem with the original airbox, it's too high, too far over here. We're not going to be able to get the bonnet on. Going to be an eyesore. So what we're going to do, we're going to utilise the original airbox, cut it out, so the plastic bit that goes underneath here and seals, brings that up probably about 10 mil. And then we're going to buy an airbox that sort of goes over here, a bit like the old one, with a pipe on the back that goes round here. Then we can put a K&M filter on. That will sort of sit probably about 20 mil higher than these two centre trumpets, which are higher than the other two, if you see. So then what we'll have to do is take the scoop out of the bonnet, re-fiberglass it all, and cut out where this the air filter is going to basically protrude of the bonnet, really, so that'll just come through, but it'll look quite nice when it's done. So you can see down there the new master cylinder for the clutch, and the slave cylinder there that Tom has utilised for the clutch push rod that goes through, because the clutch is obviously over this side. So we've got a pipe coming for that. We are thinking of mounting the oil cooler here, so that's going to sort of sit up there. Air will come through. That'll be nice. So obviously the short pipe will reach there, but we need a longer pipe that comes round to reach it here. All the wiring, most of the car wiring obviously has been done, which is great news. So all it is, guys, we've got to put a return into the fuel tank. Obviously this is fuel injection, it's got a fuel rail with a return on it, and the feed pipe here we've got to utilise to fit the existing fuel line, not a problem. I've got to shorten the selector rod here, so you see that's got the potentiometer on it, because the engine's sitting very slightly further up, or the gear selector is very further up, so we've got to adjust that. That's not an issue at all, we can sort all that out. Even if we bring this bracket up, that'll help there. And we've just got to plumb in the pipes, and that is pretty much it, guys. So yeah, as I say, we've got plenty of tidying up to do with this car. It looks a bit of a state at the minute, we know that, but we are getting there. We've got obviously the existing throttle which has got the lights and the indicators and the ignition, etc. on there, and the starter motor, which we don't need because that is all in the car. We've got the existing starter motor leads here, which obviously is linked to all this. So that is it. Just a clean up, really, and as I say, get the wiring done. You see this back panel here that Tom has done, which looks really, really nice. If you remember last year, this was all open, so hopefully two things: that's going to keep a load of crap out, maybe make the aerodynamics a bit better, and visually it does look a little bit tidier and nicer. So really excited about the kit car, guys. As I say, the E30 is going to be back pretty smartish. Yeah, next couple of weeks, hopefully. So that could time well, really, with when the kit car goes for the wiring. We might get the BMW back, but that is going to be pretty much going straight over to our painter. And we're going to have lots of coverage on that in this channel. So yeah, it's nice to be back, guys. Thanks very much for being patient with us. As I say, I just really haven't had the time to do stuff, and obviously with the cars being off the road and being away, I haven't really had a lot to report on, to be honest. So yeah, that's where we are at the moment. Stay tuned. I will be with you shortly on a bit more progress, hopefully from the kit car, seeing whether we get the pipe work on that done. Personally wise, I'm feeling a lot better than last year. As I've said to you before, I'm on a new sort of training regime with my trainer, Anthony Larson, top guy. He set me a great diet plan. So I'm eating really healthy now, which has made a massive difference to the way I feel. Obviously training at the gym 3 times a week now. So yeah, life's pretty good at the minute, guys. Really happy and really looking forward to getting some of these toys done, basically, so we can get out and meet some more of you guys at these track days, etc. Yeah, stay tuned, guys. As I say, hopefully won't be long till we put another one out. Take it easy. Cheers.